Looks like Chris is about to get Christian Horner. Well, we have to tell Christian how much we've been talking about how Max Verstappen just killed it today because he didn't have the fastest car today all weekend, how he struggled and what a fantastic job. I mean, Christian is absolutely great at pumping up his team and talking about the numbers, and he'll do that, I guarantee you. But we have to reiterate and say what an incredible job Max did today. And look, we saw how Checo struggled, and Max was able to hold off Lando and win this race. So,
yeah, I'm doing my usual hovering part. He's just wrapping up with the print media. So I'm actually in the Red Bull hospitality unit, which is this huge, almost like Alpine chalet. Alpine? I keep getting used to saying it that way. Alpine chalet kind of building. And they're packing it down right now. But yeah, Christian's just finishing up with the print media. And we'll have to admit, won't we, to him that we've also been talking about how great it is that everyone else is closing in, which I don't think he will agree with when I put it that way. But I will be honest to him when I get this microphone to him. There's a lot of different media members.
I bet he might. I bet he might agree.
Vacate.
You know,
I don't know. I think when you're trying to just stay ahead of everybody, you want to make sure that you are. You've got a comfortable buffer and that you are moving forward, don't you? Because you get that momentum. I think as you feel like you're slipping back. I actually spoke to Pierre Vacher about this yesterday, off the record a little bit, or Friday, the technical director at Red Bull, just about, people are catching up. And he's like, yeah, we don't like that. And, we want to go better than last year. And I kind of said, well, when you achieve what you achieved last year, you can't really match it. It's always going to go backwards. And he's like, doesn't matter. It's not nice. So, in fact, I'll put that to Christian now. He's got a cup of tea. Good choice to end what's been a pretty tough day, but a race-winning day. But I was just saying that I was speaking to some team members on Friday about how you can't realistically replicate last year. It was so incredible, but that means that everything naturally then feels like it's a step backwards this year. And how do you try and keep that mindset positive when the rest are closing in?
I think it's all about managing expectation. Last year was like a unicorn, and you don't often meet unicorns. So,
how many have you met?
Well, it's last year will only come into context in future years, I think. And so, look, we won 5 out of 7 races, 2 out of 2 sprint races. We've had pole position at 7 of the Grand Prix so far. The competition is getting closer, and that's inevitable when you've got stable rules. You can see the cars are converging. The bodywork would almost fit from car to car at the moment. So, that's, as I say, that's the result of having stable regs.
Now, we were talking about how exciting it is that we have this situation now where we go to a race, we don't know for sure who's going to win, to see McLaren closing in on you, Ferrari maybe closing in. Is it in any way exciting from your perspective?
Well, it's rewarding when you win a race like that, but it just demonstrates in this business you cannot, back off at all. I mean, if we'd have bought last year's car here, we'd have finished 5th. So you've got to keep, and that was a car that won 22 out of 23 races. So you've got to keep pushing, you've got to keep developing, and you just can't afford to let up. And that's why I'm now heading to our debrief.
Well, I'll walk and talk with you slightly in that direction. To stop you getting late, so I want to talk about Max. How special was he this weekend? Because it felt from the outside, and admittedly I don't have the insight you have, that it looked like he made the difference. He got that pole position when maybe the car wasn't the quickest, and he won that race from that position.
Yeah, he was fantastic this weekend. I mean, at the top of his game, we managed to turn the car around, get it into a window that he was much happier with, but then he had to go out and get the results both in quali and in the race. So yeah, a driver that's again at the top of his game, and particularly he had 3 strikes quite early on track limits. So with Lando breathing down his neck, that's just an added pressure that he had to deal with.
You must have full faith in him, but did you ever doubt that you were going to hold on there? Do you think Lando might get to you?
I knew Lando would come close, but closing is one thing, passing another, and I don't think he had the pace to make the part, but obviously he had very good pace on the second half of that hard stint.
And Monaco, going to be tough for you?
Yeah, Monaco is tough. Whatever, you get a bit of a one-off. Sometimes in Monaco, it's a different challenge in in itself. But we'll go there, with full of confidence and hopefully take the positives out of this week and apply them next weekend.
Thank you very much, and well done today.